Hello everyone, I extend my greetings to you. Like I've informed you earlier on, I'll be sharing with us a video that deals with the detailed explanation of flood mapping. As we all know, we have different kind of flood maps. We have the flood risk map, the flood awareness map, and we have the flood simulation models. So today I'll be dealing with you together with my colleague all about flood mapping simulation using ArcGIS and as well as ArcGIS Pro. So producing a flood map, it requires a lot of data sets, and we have three main data sets we need. The first one is the meteorological data set, and we need the historical data set, and as well as the land level data set, also known as DEM. If it is going to be an on-site venue, the expected expertise is needed to provide all the required data sets. But unfortunately for this video, I'm going to be using a downloaded DEM and as well as using ArcGIS. So we can adjust all our necessary data sets have been employed. So let's dive in. So I'm going to be opening my ArcGIS, as this is one of the Esri software that is more popular and more easier to use compared to others. So the very first thing we are going to be doing is introducing or importing rather all our necessary data sets. So I'm going to find my catalog. So here is my catalog. I've opened a folder for the flood assessment. Under, I will navigate to the folder. Okay, let me just connect the data. So I have it here. This is my DEM. I will drag the DEM over. Yes. So this is the DEM we're going to be using. So looking at the DEM available, we have the low level to be of 8 and we have the high level to be 444. With this, you can never be able to open the attribute table. That means I'm going to be needing a shapefile that will serve as my water level as regards to the flood mapping. So the next thing for me to do is to introduce a shapefile where necessary. This is the folder I'm working with now. So you click on new and introduce a shapefile. So the shapefile, it's going to be of a polygon format. I will name this as water level. Name it as water level polygon. You can see description on non-coordinate system. You can as well edit these and choose the necessary datum and the coordinate system here. Presently I'm in Nigeria and the coordinate system is GCS WGS 1984 and the datum is WGS 1984 also. Click OK. So now this is the water level. So all I need is to start editing So starting editing, create features. Make use of rectangle. You drag down to what's it called, to the end point of the dam, just making an assumption. So I have my water level here, and I can as well edit the attributes table. So I need to create another feed, but before I could be able to do that, I will have to save the edit and stop the edit. So from there, I'll be chance of creating another feed. I had a feed, limit water level. Okay. Yes. So looking at this, I have the low level to be what? 8. So definitely my water level is going to be. For that, I can start editing again and edit this to be what? 8. So cancel it. You can recheck back what you've done on the attribute table. So I have it to be 8 here. Save the edit and stop the editing again. So now the next thing for me to do is to make sure I convert this polygon into a raster, because I'm going to be visualizing the map in ArcGIS scene. So I'll be working with 2 rasters, of which the first one is the dam and the second is going to be my water level, which I'm creating from the shapefile. So come over to search and search for polygon to raster. Polygon to raster. So I have the 2 here under the conversion. So now import the features to be water level. So I will make sure the value feed is the water level. The essence of making sure that the value feed is the water level is that I want to produce the flood mapping that will be showing us how exactly the water is invading the structure from the lowland of the value 8 meters to the island of the 442 rather. So I'm making sure the value feed is the water level I've created, and the priority feed to be the water level. Also click OK. Make sure you know where you're saving to. So we can see if I off this, I have the what's it called, have the polygon to raster. So I have the two needed data sets for the production in AMAREM. So I'll make sure that my 3D analyst tool is on. You're on, come to customize toolbars, make sure your 3D analyst is on. Also, come over to customize again, extension, and make sure the 3D analysis extension is also on. So from there I can easily navigate to AMAREM. So this is AMAREM. So this is the AMAREM interface. You make use of your blank scene. Yeah. So just like you did for the arc map, you're doing the same thing to us for this. Go to your catalog and navigate to the folder you've connected earlier on. This is the folder. So from there, I will import my dem. You can see I'll import my dem, and also I'll have to import the polygon to raster feature I created. I'll get to under the default GB, search for the word code. The water level polygon to raster. So I'm bringing this also. You can see you have it embedded. So from this I will change the symbology for the water level polygon to raster. Change the symbology to the conventional sign of water body system, which is blue. Let's use this. Click apply. Okay. Coming over to this, come over to properties, and come over to the base height. So you change this to floating on a custom surface because I want it to be some certain meters above the water level, and make sure you're choosing the TIFF itself, the TIFF format itself. Click apply. And click OK. So from there you can zoom back to layer. Exactly, this is the kind of format you have it split it up. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is come over to scene layer. Now before that, come back here, come over to properties, come over to scene properties. You calculate the vertical exaggeration to be 0.0, so you calculate from the extent, click apply, and you click OK. zoom this to layer. So we have our dam to be like this. So after that, you can see I have my dam floating on the surface of the water level I've created. So come over to the color ramp and select a suitable color ramp for your dam. I'm not sure I'm going to be liking this outcome now. Choose the most. Do you remember the one we used? Yeah. I think this is cool. This color is good. So after the vertical exaggeration, you can see we can kind of view from the axis the mountainous area, the valley, and it's actually going to show you the regions of the river, how the rivers flows in. These are the mountainous areas, and this is the riverbed, and this is how the water flows in. So from this, come over to the water level polygon to raster, come over to properties, come to the base height, let it flow on a custom service also. Make sure it's polygon to raster. You click apply and you click OK. So come over to your animation, come to create your keyframe from the animation manager. Here you can create as many as possible keyframe from for your scene, and make sure your keyframe type is layer. Click on create, and let's have it to be polygon to raster. Click on new, layer keyframe 1, create. So from these I'm going to create, let's say, at least 10 keyframes. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have my 10 keyframes, and the translational Z should be of the whichever kind of interval you wish. I'm going to be using 10 meters interval, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. I think that's all. So you close this. Close this also. Come to open animation, the options, play by duration. Let's make it 20 seconds. So I want it to show how the water will flow in from the low level to the high level. So I'm going to be using look forward and reverse. So let's see what we have. You can see we have how the flood can kind of affect all the structures near to the rivers. You can see how the water is flowing in from the water. Let's have a better look. See how the water is affecting some of the valleys. This is basically what a flood simulation looks like. So as part of the hydraulic and hydrologic water modeling cycle, the last stage or the last phase is the mitigation phase, whereby you'll be chance of making your final decision on your study area. With this kind of flood simulation model, you can be able to put some kind of land restrictions around structures around the water areas by creating a flood mapping simulation. Thank you for watching.